What up, everybody? Yeah, it's your boy at it again. Now, one of these days, I'm gonna pull up the court records to prove that they in fucking trouble. Now, how much were they in? I don't know, but they got something going on up over there, man. They got They got a lawsuit, antitrust, and some other stuff, right? And everybody around UFC knows this is happening. A lot of these majority of the news outlets out here know that it's happening, but they ain't gonna say shit. And the reason why a lot of these outlets refuse to say anything is because of repercussions, right? So they refusing. A lot of people out here refusing to say anything about these cats, man. They know they probably gonna lose this court case, because the emails. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Because the emails and everything, man. These folks was over here doing some fugazi shit, trying to hide, right? Yeah. There it is. There's my lighter. Because they was trying to hide, doing fighters dirty. But boxing is in turmoil, right? Boxing ain't in turmoil. Boxing ain't never going nowhere. People keep saying, "Oh, UFC better than boxing." I don't see y'all asses watching UFC. Damn for sure don't hear y'all talking about it. There's people down out here saying this stuff, but it is what it is, bruh. Right? Right? Now, what I mean by the UFC is in trouble is because the lawsuit they got, and when I say they got caught, is because their fucking emails is the reason why they got caught. So if you was with the UFC and you didn't do what the UFC wanted you to do, guess what the UFC fucking did? They made sure you didn't get a job nowhere else. That's what the fuck they made sure. They made sure your fucking ass didn't get a job anywhere else. They made sure that at the end of the day, if you didn't do what you were supposed to do for them, they fucking screwed you over. That's what they getting caught with. Why do you think they pay the fighters the way they pay fighters? You know what I'm saying? And why do you think all the UFC fighters want to box? And why do you think all the boxers don't want to do UFC? Money. Money, 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 money. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. Bruce, what's happening? You don't hear all these boxers clamming to go up over there to UFC to do a show over there. Nope. Nope. You don't hear a bunch of them. It's all the UFC fighters. They know. Way more money on the other side of the street, right? So now pay attention to all the outlets out there that's talking about UFC getting sued. Listen to them. Fucking crickets, huh? Fucking crickets. But everybody else's lawsuit, right? Everybody else's lawsuit is needs to be talked about. ESPN ain't bringing it up, right? They not bringing up UFC lawsuit. Ain't nobody bringing up the lawsuit. Why is that? Now ask me why is that. Now let's see what would happen if your favorite fighter stepped on the crack and broke his mama's back. How many news articles would be out there? Huh? How many news articles would there be out there? You know? Hell, you got motherfuckers. Which one's bigger? Somebody talking about fucking Devin Haney not being a role model? How the fuck is that a talking point over the UFC getting sued? Somebody educate me on that one, because I'm not getting that one. I'm not getting that one. I just can't Out of all the fugazi ass, uh, out of all the fugazi ass arguments that people have on social, well, not arguments, talking points on social media, how come nobody's talking about UFC getting sued? I hear motherfuckers talking about Crawford and fucking and Spence, Crawford, and what's that young buck guy? Fuck him, right? Oh, Crawford and Boots Ennis. I hear people want to talk about all this other shit. Hold up, y'all. I just want to come out here and smoke a cigarette real quick. Show y'all a little nature trail. There's all kind of shit that motherfuckers talk about. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Absolutely nothing to do with nothing. But folks rather listen to that shit day in and day out. You got motherfuckers talking about what the fuck Bill Haney got to say. Like he's the fucking fighter. Knowing down well, like every single time he opened up his motherfucking mouth, he trying to sell something to you. Sometimes I be fishing up over here. Yeah. Boat over there. Sometimes I be fishing up over there. But not today. Then you go up over the bridge. You can go under the bridge. Sometimes you will see like big ass torpedoes in here. Big ass barracuda, like, or a big, like a 3-foot snook in here too sometimes. It look like a damn motherfucker be huge than a motherfucker. Nah, not over here. But there be some gators, they be on these little they be in the back country, or at least like little saltwater ponds and shit. Yeah, you just gotta walk through them like this. And then you see those are sponges. All that shit. See that? That's sponge. Those are all sponges. See the colors? That one's orange. That one's blue. Those are sponges. Then you come up over here like this. Yeah. This is one of my fishing spots. Somebody was here to I hate when people be doing that shit. I ain't picking that shit up. They be leaving their whole box of chum right there, and they just don't take their trash with them. Ocean water. I just gotta be careful I don't fucking hit my head walking underneath this damn bridge. People be living all kind of shit up over here. Sometimes they be taking doodles in there. Yeah. Yeah, nah, sometimes I don't got no gloves or nothing. I ain't got nowhere to put it in the car either. Ain't no trash bag over here. Plus, I ain't fishing. I gotta have a bag and some gloves with that shit. Then I ain't hopping in the car with that shit right now. Stink my whole damn car up. Now back to the UFC. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, like, you know, when you talk boxing every day, the type of subjects that people tend to gravitate to, and the type of subjects that people want to stick with, and stuff like that all the time. And it's pretty much all in a nutshell gossip. Pretty much what it is. You know, because it's always not all the time, but like as far as majority, like when you hear about the, you know, if you take everybody who's talking about boxing, like what it is, pretty much it's the Whitney Williams show. Majority of the time, it's always what somebody said. Like, you know, majority of people ain't pulling up articles. Majority of people ain't talking about uh, these frivolous lawsuits and these bona fide lawsuits that's out here. They ain't talking about history of boxing. They're not talking about the fights coming up. They're not talking about that. It's like it pretty much seems like the most popular thing to talk about is somebody's fucking downfall in boxing. Look, somebody left a knife. I'm gonna take that though. Nah, I'll leave it. He'll probably come back and get it. Dude, probably a regular here. Oh, he said, do I think Francis Ngannou has a chance against Anthony Joshua? I think he has like a, he definitely has a punch. See, look at this shit. Look what I told you. Then look, a whole fucking cast net. Like people just shirt over here, cast net, knife, multiple chum bags in the bushes. Look at this shit. Chum bag and a beer bottle in the bushes. That's 3 chum boxes. Oh, that's what people do. They just dump their shit where the fuck they fishing instead of doing it like me. I take my trash with me. Yeah, if they get caught doing it, they're gonna be mad when the motherfucker give them a $200 fine. Probably, and then you know how people is. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's low tide right now too. Yeah, he got a puncher's chance. But man, them combinations AJ be throwing, man. If he hit him with 2 of them, it could be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? But as far as boxing skills and stuff like that, nah, I don't think he on AJ's level, but he do fight different. And a lot of fighters, they can't deal with non-traditional fighters. They can't deal with those oddball punches and shit like that. They can't deal with it. So that might be something too, but AJ's supposed to win this, man. I hope he do. It's no slight to Francis Ngannou and stuff like that, but for fans out there that just want Francis Ngannou to win, I'm not talking about some like they favoritism. By favoritism, they want him to win. I think that people should think about what they really asking of Francis Ngannou. You're literally asking a guy that just literally had one fucking fight, knocked the motherfucking dude down and shit like that, and now you're asking for this guy to get in the ring again and do it all over again, and he ain't been the boxer. He ain't been boxing, and I've been trying to tell folks like for years. I don't think any of these boxers, I mean, in the heavyweight division at least, I don't think any of these boxers is masterful class boxers or could be paired to overall skill wise to the boxers of the past. I don't think you can. You could rate their power and stuff like that, but I don't think they match up well. I don't think they would match up well with the guys of the past. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them, they knew boxing. Even the ones that had losing records knew boxing. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them, besides like the favoritism shit that was going on, and you know what I'm saying? But it's like people forget about. It's like when you watch boxing and you think about boxing and stuff like with the heavyweight division. A lot of people forget about Jerry Cooney, and it's kind of like how many of these fighters heavyweight boxers right now will beat Jerry Cooney in his fucking prime. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I think a lot of them would get their asses fucking hurt, get put out their fucking misery, because I don't think they know boxing like the media and their team like portrays them as knowing. I just don't think that. You see these guys, head movement, they always get complacent.
the type of punches they throw, the footwork, they work ethic in the ring, they get tired too quick, and the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? Half of these motherfuckers, they can't even fucking parry a fucking punch, can't slip a fucking jab. You know, they can slip a few, but they can't properly slip a jab, and every time you see them training, acting like they slipping jabs, the guy is not even fucking throwing a cone at their face. He's throwing it to the side of their fucking head. It's unreal. You know, it's unreal. Then you got boxers that and then look at old poor like you pointed it out. Look at Adam Konaki. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know where you stand. You know what you lack, and ain't nobody on your team try to fix your fucking head movement. And I keep trying to tell people, it's like even if you got the best chin in fucking boxing, right? Even if you got the best chin in fucking boxing, how long is that chin gonna fucking hold up over the years? How long is that chin gonna hold up over the years? I'm talking about Francis the Gun. I'm talking about Adam Konaki. How long is that chin was supposed to? Joe Joyce. How long was that chin? And then with Joe Joyce, I don't think his chin was all that. I told folks, the dude be hurt, and he masks it because he got some nice, strong, sturdy legs. Pause. No homo. He got strong, sturdy legs. And when these motherfuckers hit him, he know he got to get his ass on the bike and go forward and throw something before this motherfucker realized that he's fucking hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his vulnerability. It's being hurt. You know what I'm saying? If people be like, oh, you got the best chin in boxing. He don't fucking have the best chin. All these motherfucking heavyweights can be knocked out. All of them. Ain't nobody got no best chin. Ain't nobody got no good ass chin in fucking boxing. And that's what I was trying to tell fucking motherfuckers. Y'all saw that shit. The motherfucker, you go back and watch fucking Joe Joyce's fights, you're gonna see this motherfucker get hurt. He just keeps pushing forward. Still with no head movement. And he can't slip a punch. Oh yeah, Bruce. They be coming down here and checking licenses and shit. They catch your ass littering, they gonna fine you. They catch you littering, these cats out here, man, I'm in the Florida Keys, so if they come down and they see a fishing pole in your hand, they see trash next to you, it's pretty much an open and shut case. They gonna find you. I seen it happen out here. Somebody was stashing their shit in the bushes, and they was watching them throwing their damn trash in the bushes, and they came up over there. It's like, you got to pick that up. This, that, and the third. And the dude gave them lip. They was like, you know what? Take this ticket. Yeah, they don't play. They don't play out here, man. They be watching you from drones, the truck from way far away. You can't even see them. Sometimes they just be sitting there. You won't even see them. In plain view, you won't even see them. Or somebody will call on you. Seen that before. Some dude was taking undersized snapper, and the dude called, and he told him, it's like, yeah, I called, man. You can't be doing that shit. I told you. And he self-snitched on it. He snitched on himself and snitched to the FWC. Yeah. These motherfuckers be dirty. I've been putting my cigarettes in my pocket, by the way. So, but yeah, I don't think Francis the Gunner shouldn't win it, and I'm picking AJ to pull through. And that's another thing too, with these fighters losing fights, man. It seems like a motherfucker lose against 2 or 3 people, all of a sudden people want people to retire. When you look at the history of boxers, and you look how many times they fucking lost, and you be like looking at these cats now, and it's like, people need to stop getting out of their motherfucking feelings. Yeah, we all were Superman fans, but when Superman got his ass whooped, we was delusional. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't think a fighter, I think after like 5, 6, 7, when you was a deemed an elite fighter, then it's kind of like, well, you know, when you get put down into gatekeeper status. But you know, look how many fights Derek Chisora lost as some of the recent guys, Adam Kunaki, and the list goes on. What's the other dude? Mexican dude. Is it the Mexican Nightmare? What is it? Chris Areola. The other guy, the school teacher. Look how many he lost. Who else? Who got some loss? Jermaine Franklin. Hell, look at Christopher Lovejoy. He probably about to have a fight coming up. Man. Well, Christopher Lovejoy, he got connects, man. That's the only reason why he getting fights and shit like that. He got connections and shit like that. And people ain't been paying attention to it. But that's the only reason why Christopher Lovejoy still be around, because he got connections. But his fights ain't even all that. He getting beat up by motherfuckers that got cement boots. Got cement boots on in the ring. Yeah, he be losing it. He lost against Mahmoud Char, didn't he? And you know, that boy got cement boots on. You know? Look at Lucas Brown. He keep losing. He keep getting fights. You know what I'm saying? But you know, of course he got people behind him. But you know, Dillian White, yeah, bunch of them, man, a bunch of them. You know, eventually all these fighters gonna have an L on their record, man. Eventually all of them gonna have an L on their record. Now, I wish some of these cats had an L on their record before they even got somewhere, because all these cats want to hang on to undefeated and X amount of knockouts and all this shit, and I think a lot of people should just be themselves. And if you ain't got the power, you ain't got the power. But don't nobody give a fuck as long as you win, really. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, people talking shit about Devin Haney and Michael Hunter, ability to get people out of there and stuff like that. But the only thing that matters is what it says on the record books at the end of the motherfucking day. Wins and losses. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters, really. I don't even think it's called the Boy Scouts no more, by the way, Bruce. I think they switched that shit up. You know, it's a shame how society can switch shit up for the small few and not the majority all the fucking time. It was like I was reading this motherfucking article, right? And they talking about damn, forgot what I was gonna say. Well, anyways, I was reading another article today, and it looks like a company out there just got sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury for spyware tactics and spying on Americans abroad in this country, political figures and stuff like that via spyware. They just put that out today on the defense the defense little thing that they be having like once a week or every day when reporters get to ask questions and shit like that. Press conference, defense press conference. They were talking about it. People were asking questions, and the head guy of one of the companies is an ex-Israeli general, and they busted his ass, and now they put sanctions on them. And you know what happens when the U.S. Treasury puts sanctions on you? Like we look at Daniel Kinningham. First, it started with the sanction. Then it ended with the cash reward, the fine his motherfucker, the $5 million bounty on his head. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, comes at a weird time when we giving people money and stuff like that, and they still out there doing fugazi shit, but they always want a helping hand. But then you catch these cats in the act, and then all of a sudden, you know, people don't really see a problem with it, But then the internet's been messing up like the last 2 weeks. The social media's been messing up the last 2 weeks. Some people couldn't get on their account. Some people couldn't post today. And people are like literally looking at it like, what's really the problem? You know what I'm saying? Is it spyware? Like, what is it? The case may be. And like, is it a cyber attack and stuff like that? And because like, how is all majority of the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, how all of them having problems in the same damn day? How all of them are having problems in the same damn day? You know what I'm saying? So that's another food for thought right there, because it goes right in the full circle how people they tend to gravitate to one thing or the other, and don't look at the overall picture. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I made this video, because I am kind of tired of hearing people say that, talk about the comparison between boxing and the UFC when they're two separate sports and they're apples and oranges. In the UFC, one guy can hold you back, and that one guy is the head of everything, and he can literally hold you back. If he don't fucking like you, he don't gotta give you a fight. That's gonna feed your family. If he don't like you, you won't get a championship fight. You know what I'm saying? You just won't. If you don't perform right, they can literally do things to you to where you can't get a championship fight, so you can get money. But in boxing, you don't have one guy. In boxing, you have multiple outlets that you can get with. You got people, you got promoters and managers that don't like each other. You got broadcasters and shit like that don't like each other and stuff like that. But really, to tell you the truth, in boxing, it seems like you got a lot more say in your career. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot more say in your career. And case in point, how you got a lot of more say within your career. Look at Christopher Lovejoy. Look at Christopher Lovejoy, a boxer that nobody knows his name, keeps going out here and making life-changing money. How is he getting paid 100, 200 grand for a fight? Ask me that. Y'all ask me that. How? How is he getting that money? Right? Another article is, it was a past the bantamweight fighter, forget his name. It was on Yahoo News, and I didn't know this. I didn't know the California State Athletic Commission has a retirement fund for boxers that the state runs, and basically, like, for years, so they lost the guy's data. First of all, so they lost his data, and then they finally I don't know if they found it or they verified that he indeed was a champion back in the days of the bantamweight division, and they finally gave him his retirement money back. But that's after the fact, when he already needed it for years and he wasn't getting it. So I don't know if he's getting like the total amount of back pay, or is he getting like a little extra for the pain and suffering for them losing his data. And that was another thing too with the California State Athletic Commission, because I watched their a couple years ago. I watched their budget, because all the that budget shit with the state of California is public. You can watch it online, and they were still using old ass computers that was like 10 years outdated. So of course they probably lost the fucking data. That's the athletic commission was. So of course they lost the fucking data. And that was a couple years ago. I was watching that. They actually was put a proposal out there to get better computers. What else we got? Jared Anderson. He had the so I guess he made that video bitching and moaning how ESPN talked about his little Grand Theft Auto expedition when he went out there and start loud talking to him, talking about some, y'all don't promote y'all fighters. What kind of promotion is this? Y'all over here talking about my case. Y'all don't even know what's going on, and this and the third. And he sent the video apologizing for his antics and stuff like that. So, you know, this is the second time the dude has gotten into some stuff. But you know, the young guys, I mean, if you ever lived in Michigan and Toledo and stuff like that, you know, you kind of see how people act and react and like live their lives and stuff like that. So you kind of see like, yeah, it didn't fucking surprise me, basically. You know, knowing where he's from and stuff like that, and some of the people that he know and stuff like that. It didn't fucking, look at that nice little boat, man. So it didn't fucking surprise me, man. But like I say all the time, man, some of that stuff, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's a nice boat, ain't it? That was me Saturday. Oh, I was on the 22-foot Panga though. Some of these people out here, it's a nice boat, huh? Yeah. Some of these people out here, man, you know, they rather talk about, you know what? This is just me. I don't hold that shit. Like when somebody get a DUI or somebody get caught smoking weed or getting drunk or something like that, I don't be like, oh yeah, their career's over, or I saw it coming, or that's how I know they not really, their head is not really in the game and shit like that. It's like we here for a good time, not a long time. You have all that money, you know what I'm saying? When do you ever get to enjoy it? You know what I'm saying? When do you ever get to enjoy it? I'm not saying go out like Mike Tyson with that Buster Douglas fight, like partying all night long and cocaine and alcohol and hookers. But what I am saying is like, you know what I'm saying? They human too, and I think they should be able to enjoy they spoils and stuff like that. But hey, what do I know? You know, and I told that one dude, because he was talking about Ryan Garcia smoking a goddamn blunt, and I looked at him, I was like, some of your favorite fighters hooked on opiates. Some of them probably can't get out of bed without popping a perk. You know what I'm saying? Some of these cats is druggies and don't even fucking know it. We talking about combat sports here. We're not talking about badminton or something like that. We talking about people who get you know some weird ass injuries, and you're gonna sit up over here and talk about some like they ain't doing nothing. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like yo, you get your whole fucking orbital bone dislodged and shit, and you just gonna muscle it out. Nah, you popping something. Motherfucker popping something. Folks be tripping. Folks be tripping like a motherfucker, man. You know, they be taking this, and then to think about it, it be the ones, and then what gets me is, it be the ones who ain't never worked out a day in their life. It be the ones who ain't never worked out in a day in their motherfucking life, is the ones who out here talking about some what motherfucking conditions people should be in, and being these boxing zealots. You know, they ain't never picked up no iron. They ain't never ran down the block. They never did nothing. They get tired talking on the goddamn fucking videos. They be out of breath. You be hearing them. They probably got fucking what's that goddamn thing? Diabetes because they overweight and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And fuck out of here. I don't take that shit to heart. You know what I'm saying? To some extent, yeah, it is a direct reflection of it will reflect in the ring, but you know, with Ryan Garcia, I don't think it's the weed smoke. You know, then people was talking about how his phone and everything got taken away, which I don't think it did, but you know, It probably would have been a good thing if somebody did that. And the reason why, like if a family member and stuff like that is give you some good advice and you take it and they take your phone or whatever, you make a little video or whatever, what's wrong with that? I'd rather see somebody, and people always be saying this shit. They always be saying this shit. But then when Ryan Garcia comes out of it, comes out and say it, everybody want to get on his fucking ass, but everybody want to say, oh, where's his friends at? Why they let him drive drunk? Why they let him do this? Why they let him do that? Nobody, he got a whole bunch of yes men around him not telling him what he should do, and they just, they're just there for the money and to be around, the hang-arounds. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but then when somebody do it to Ryan Garcia, all of a fucking sudden, it's like, oh, look at him. That's how I know he really got a problem and shit like that. So what if he got a fucking problem? So what if he fucking got a problem? At least it sounds like he got somebody around him that's trying to help him out. How about that? Nobody, the motherfuckers don't want to bring that into light, huh? You don't want to talk about you don't want to see the good in the situation. People are blinded to only see the bad in the situation, because with this social media game, it seems like everybody thirsty. Everybody thirsty to make some couple little dollars, get a couple of little fucking likes and shit like that, instead of like fucking really looking at it for what it really is. And it's probably motherfuckers, his mom and his dad, maybe his cousins, people on his teams, is saying, all right, man, enough is enough, man. You got to get that phone up, bruh. You're spending way too much money on bullshit. We need to take this and take that, and you know what I'm saying? Come on. Who's best to do it rather than your family? Then people want to talk about these boxers always getting taken advantage of, and this and the third. And you see why some of them get taken advantage of, because, and this is just me, to be in a sport to where you get hit upside your head all day and stuff like that, it's a high probability that some of these cats are probably fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? It's a high probability, and people want to talk about they always getting robbed, and there ain't no retirement fund, and you always hear stories about people getting taken advantage of and stuff like that. They out there talking about his bank accounts is frozen, but you never heard about the thing how they settled with Joe Goosum, and y'all don't know, maybe his accounts are probably frozen until he paid a man, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't look at all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know. Now, if you want to, and I don't think Joe Goosum is a boxer-sized coach. But I didn't think that was a good fit for him, because he didn't need it kind of seemed like he don't need a buddy, he need a goddamn daddy. He don't need a buddy, he need a goddamn daddy. He needs somebody that's gonna sit his ass down. You know what I'm saying? He's a very, very athletic kid. He could box a bit. You know what I'm saying? He got a little umph in his punch. He just needs some polishing. He need a fucking daddy. I hate to say it. But this is my opinion. I could be wrong in a motherfucker, but it's my opinion that the boy need a daddy. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, and if he really need a daddy, he could probably call Mrs. White. Call Mrs. White. Dean White to take care of you, boy. Yeah. What else we got? We hit on the Ryan Garcia shit. We hit on that. Amanda Serrano, man. She had to pull out of the goddamn fight, man. I was hoping to see her get up in there and whip some tail again, but she got an eye issue, so she's gonna take care of that, I guess, and hopefully she makes a speedy recovery. Well, not speedy recovery. I hope whatever recovery that she has to go through, I hope that her eye is back to 100% and she ain't got no complications and ain't got to worry about that. But obviously that fight didn't happen. I know everybody want to talk about that Paul fight, And I thought that was disgusting. They put a guy in there that appeared to have a decent record from wins to loss ratio. And it's kind of like they put him up in there, and the guy didn't even look like he knew how to box. And I hate to say it, but it kind of looks like they put a plant. They manufactured this dude's record. It's kind of like they manufactured that guy's record just so he could get up in there, and so they could pad this Paul dude's record. You know what I'm saying? That's what it kind of seemed like to me. They kind of, and it's just gonna happen all the time. But you know, when UFC fighters and people that's in the game bring this type of stuff up, then everybody want to listen to it. But people that talk boxing every day and stuff like that, nobody wants to listen to it. And it's a direct reflection. It's a direct reflection on it's a direct reflection in the environment that we live in when it comes to the sport of boxing. Because nothing's never a problem until shit hits the fan. Yeah. Nothing's never a problem until shit hits the fan. When shit hits the fan, then it's a fucking problem. Where we at? 8%. Gotta charge my motherfucker up. You know? Never a problem. Yeah, it's the highway, look. Parked right there. There she goes. Yeah. I should be paying attention, make sure none of these cars come swerving through. It's about to get hot in this bitch too, man. It's probably like almost 80 degrees right now. Whew. Yeah. Let me see if this phone charges up. But is it charged by my? There we go. All right, y'all. Shout out to the whole entire boxing world, and everybody stay sucker free.